Hello, everyone, and welcome back to War in the East, turn number 9, August 17th, and the following days of 1941, here in a massive struggle for the Eastern Front, where we are up against our multiplayer opponent, Nick the Trojan. And last turn, we were a bit stuck with our tanks, but we had two great successes. We had the surrounding of Kiev, and we had a pocket created east of Smolensk, and its pocket is still intact, and Kiev is still surrounded. It should fall this turn, and we also took Tallinn, which was a minor but important step as well in both our Army Group North successes and also in the game's victory conditions, or at least not defeat conditions, as we currently stand at 470 out of 525 points that we need at the end of 1941 to not lose the game immediately. And we should absolutely have that. We can double check here. At turn 16, if we have 7 victory points, we win. At turn 29, which is January 1st, 1942, if we have 750, we win. Same at April, same at July, same at October. So in January, like if we get to 750 victory points by January 1943 or October 1942, those are, I think, the only two times where I would say it's actually realistic that we have a chance of success. The ones before we for sure won't achieve, and even those will be really hard to achieve. And then we have these two sudden losses if we don't have 525 points at 1st of January 1942, and if we don't have 575 points in October 1942. So, yeah, this should be doable. 1st of January, we only have 55 points to go now. Kiev will be another 16 most likely. So then we only have 39 points to go, which should be achievable here in this area. Up here, maybe, but most likely not. And then, yeah, Soviet partisans are becoming active. I did my job with the Air Force already this turn. And the reports of the turn, not so great this time. We lose 418 guns. We lose 255. The Soviets 255. Tanks, we still outrate them heavily. Manpower-wise, we go down though. 42,000. I think we lost. We withdrew one formation here. I'm not 1% sure where, but it feels like it because we lost less than 42,000 men, and in general the Axis gained points. So I'm not 100% sure what got withdrawn, but something got withdrawn. It feels like. Yeah. In general, on the map, arrivals we didn't have much. We had one flak battalion, so that is rather little. In our reserve, where we have access to, we currently don't have anything of major importance that we could send forward. We have a couple of self-propelled gun formations that are getting ready here that we potentially could send to the front at 75% experience. I guess that's one thing that we could do, sending these onto the map, and that's something we can do now, as Stuk battalions could be rather helpful here, and they are pretty ready as well. The 65% one we might leave training a bit more, but 75% experience should be good to go. And we have a couple of light flak regiments here, which we potentially could send up as well to get ourselves a bit better flak. And the rest we will leave back. This one, for example, is still training. This one here is at 100%, 85% training. So absolutely makes sense to get that onto the battlefield now as well. And then the mechanized infantry unit here. That's another Führerbekleid infantry battalion. Here's a unit that we also can send to the front and attach to something. Well, the Werfers could train a bit more. before we get them. And then coastal fortress construction battalions. These actually should get out there. Those can be really helpful at building up our rails and other things. And it's something that I really need to manage. Croatian forces, 70% readiness, infantry regiment. Morale, rather solid. Experience, also fine, 100%. I feel like we should... Oh, we can't send it currently. Okay. It hasn't arrived yet. Okay. So we gotta wait there. And then air setup is ready. I moved a couple of units closer to the front line, especially fighter formations. I did our scouting, and we're gonna go in here. And we're gonna get some stuff done. And here we go. 520 sorties. We take some losses to flak. And actually some to air combat now. So yeah, the Soviets start to do missions here. In that regard, the air losses are still rather high compared to ours each turn. So that's important. Obviously, the Luftwaffe needs to try to at least keep support on the air. But it's not that easy to keep it operational above us. And it will be a tough thing to keep them flying in the winter as well. Weather-wise, if we have a look, it's raining again. It's muddy again a bit as well. We are really unfortunate with the weather. Next turn at least, the high pressure here keeps it up a bit further north. But it's still, like, it supposedly, this is the clear region. Like, supposedly the rain only starts next month, and we now had 3 weeks in July full of rain, and now we also seem to have weeks in August full of rain, at least in the northern parts, all the way down here. So yeah, that's highly annoying, but it is what it is. We can't change it. Gotta see what is around here. We had units retreating in this area. Seems like they might be all gone. These 2 divisions will take care of cleaning up. Oh, no, there we go. Yeah, at least for now it's only umbrellas. And it's not winter clothing yet. But obviously we will be home by winter, right? We don't need winter clothing. Right? Obviously we will have Russia beaten before the winter comes in. How could it be any other way? Okay. Never in history has that statement been wrong. You move down there. And this division warms up down in the south. And then we have a good amount of divisions here again. Yeah. Okay, up here. Can't do much. But the Russians hopefully can't outmaneuver us either. We don't want to go too far. Have a new infantry division out here. Nope. That's going to be it then, I guess. Oh. Oh, no. No, no. At least this time we don't have any surrounding attempts here. And the Soviets still are rather beatable here. So we do that. Yeah, easy victories. Okay, this time they are able to retreat. And casualty rates so far. Aircraft losses this turn. They still lost more than we did. The operational losses. That's good. This formation can move on. Erich von Manstein. Which is in here. Gets artillery and flak. Nice. This should be not good. As we push onto Rzhev. Over the northern route. Here at Velekiluki. We repair the rail that needs repair. And then we start to go around the corner here. Towards Daugavpils and especially down here. Polotsk. This is all still in need of repairs. So this line here is looking good. Nearly connected here at Daugavpils. One more repair needed there. But that means Velekiluki next turn as a supply hub can function. Well, supply in general already coming out of Velekiluki, I think. If we have a look at it. Yeah. This army group now gets supply directly out of Velekiluki, which is really good. Smolensk also really good hub. Same with Mogilev. Down here, Gomel a bit. The hub here at Fastov does a decent job. Though still a couple of units with rather far supply lines, even back to Ieyasu of Steel Division fame. Hopefully it will be a long while or never happening that we have to fight those Steel Division kind of battles there. Kiev. Yeah. All of these. Krakow. Really important. Okay, they actually defend Kherson. They stand and fight at Kherson. That's interesting. Yeah, up here, only the rail units and the airports get supplied from Vilnius. That's fine. And most of our units get supplied on the front. Velekiluki. Rail damage actually rather light. Still want to repair that first, but actually rather light rail damage. Same time, we can also check our guys. Okay, Erich Brandenberger is a really good leader. I wanted to find some bad leaders to maybe change out. Decent. Von Brockendorf Ahlefeld. Also decent. Rich Matena is an infantry leader. Could be better potentially. Straight fives at everything else. Model obviously. General Feldmarschall Enrique. Alte Model. He is a straight sevens. Gerhard Rouse. Yeah, that sounds like a good guy. Army group. Maximum. General Major. Maybe a bit wasted here, but I wanted to get someone better here around at some point, using my AP points so I don't waste them. I already did that once before with one of my armored leaders. Oh, auto firsters. Also rather bad. General. We do have a 7 General. Wiedinghoff already used. Werner Kempf is already in use. Generalleutnant. A lot better. Well, like a good bit better. Yeah, let's use Hans-Jürgen von Arnim. We have him. We use him. Hey, Slivtre. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follow. As we push then further with Army Group North here into the Rzhev area. Trying to it. This is not really worth trying to surround. Attempts at surrounding those units, I don't think are worthwhile. This unit should not have gone here. Well, both of you combined. Yeah, no, we don't push into the swamps. We potentially could surround these units in the swamps down here, but for that we would need to push north. We potentially could achieve with these 2 units. This is a swamp unit as well. Which one? Which one are you? The one that needs to move the 203rd doesn't do the attack. The rest does. Okay. So that actually works out. More units. More and more units. Light Flak Battalion helps out. Okay, potentially but it's not, I don't know if it's worthwhile to drive the tanks down here. Potentially they could do that now. Oh, it's not cleverer to just use them to pressure through directly to the front of this. Also, the tank formations here actually not that strong. They actually don't get much better when running around the corner here. Okay, we just pressure on frontally then towards Rzhev. Yeah, no. We leave the swamp onto our flank. Let's spawn here. I mean, let's see, maybe. Oh, this is not a light attack. This is not a good attack. Okay, we are a bit slower here. It's obviously not perfect terrain, but nowhere is. Like, potentially up here would be a better flank, but that would be a rather risky one, and it doesn't have roads at all. Oh no, we have roads turned off, but the roads are not great here. The road here is better. The rail is better as well. Like south of Novgorod at Lake Ilmen could push. We could have pushed east potentially as well, but I don't think that makes much sense. Okay, so no surrounding of this. Sad, but it is what it is. But what we got is the destruction of this horse down here. Okay. Oh wow. Oh wow. They actually pushed our generals away. That was by accident. Okay, but 19,000 captured. And 12,000 captured. 10,000 captured. Okay, but this is... this is painful. That they all pushed away. I mean, yeah, we already got now a good amount of losses inflicted. At least they didn't kill any of our generals, I don't think. But yeah, that retreat of our CV Heinrich Heights. Erhard Rouse is still there. Von Arnhem is still there. Yeah. Okay. That means these units here now have worse leadership. Okay. Naya has fallen. Question is, what do we do here now? So, yeah, Vyazma obviously could be important. And it's the best terrain. Like, going north here not really making much sense. Plus the opposition here is strong. So yeah, and I guess tank forces have to move on. Wait, where's the other course in Smolensk? Corps moves up. Infantry divisions achieve the breakthrough. Cross the line. We are halted over here. The enemy is stronger than expected. Not so much here. Where we route the first cavalry division. Completely annihilate the second cavalry division, basically. And then we have another strong defensive line behind that. Pressure through. This tank division needs some rest. It's going decently. These are the numbers at the moment. So the 10 to 1 KD still going on, basically. For now, the numbers in all things. It's currently per turn a 1 to 5 in men, usually. Yeah, we just captured a lot of Soviets in the pocket, 46,000. Free model building, I think this is the best. It's the most accessible. It sounds crazy, but it is. In my eyes, the most accessible. Yeah. For example, you see if you hover over unit down on the left now, what is in it and so on. Like the UI is the best. But it depends on really what you kind of like too. Like all of these are heavy time sink. If you like the Pacific more, War more, it's not that much harder to get into War in the Pacific, but it's an older game. But if you like the Pacific War more than the War in the East, then the Gary Bixby War in the Pacific is a better way to start with into the Gary Bixby cosmos. Yeah, I started with War in the Pacific because I'm a bigger War in the Pacific fan. But War in the Pacific is even crazier because here we have one turn each week, right? In War in the Pacific, you have one turn each day, or one turn each 3 days. But like the basic system is one turn each day. But at least the turns are not as you click a bit more here, but the you as this is a I go you go, and the big difference is this is I go you go. Like I do my turns, I see the reaction, then my opponent does a turn, immediately sees the reaction, right? One the Pacific is we go system. You give orders to your units, then at basically at the same time, with not being quite able to play at the same time multiplayer, after each other, the opponent gives their turn, and then there's an execution phase where both orders get checked against each other, and the AI figures it out. Like if you say to your ships, sail from here to here, and your enemy tells their ships to go from here to here, and then your ships will both meet here, and you just watch the battle. You can't choose any outcomes, and you just see in the active phase of what is happening. Basically, that's kind of the basic explanation of WeGo system, and that's a really really cool system. And I feel like a slight bit better than the I Go You Go system used here. So this one is better to understand, and you have more control. So yeah, that's. But it's still a good. It's this here has good controls. Like it looks more menacing than it actually is in my eyes. Yeah, it is a bit more realistic. Like it is more. This here is more of a. You are the control of everything, right? But the One the Pacific gives you more the feeling of you are Nimitz and you are Yamamoto. And you just give orders, and then the captain actually executes the order. And like the amount of times me and my opponent in that, like I'm playing that game for the first time in multiplayer at the moment as well. And the first time, though, it like we are 1 year in now, and it nearly took us. I think it took us 8 months to, or I think we started May or April last year, and we just arrived in December 1942. So it took us 8 months to get 1 year in, basically. But the amount of turns what's here we in 5 days are over a month, like over a month. And like this game is faster to play. But the other game has its merits as well. It's for sure deeper though. But yeah, it gives you more the Nimitz and Yamamoto feeling than this game here. The amount of times where we were pissed about our captains not taking a charge, or our air fleets doing an attack that we were like, why you idiots took that attack, is insane. And the amount of detail and things you don't understand, and because fog of war is in the way, is much bigger. Like the numbers are not as plain to see in One the Pacific. You have to kind of get a feeling for the numbers, just like a real admiral would have also get a bit more of a feeling, not knowing everything. But this here is more really the God's eye perspective. It's different games, but both games are good. And this game here is the better jump in point if you're fine with War in the East. I'm currently also doing a Strategic Command World War 1 round, which you can find on my YouTube channel. On the secondary channel. Where you also can find the previous episodes of this game. Okay, let's go. Ooh boy. Yeah, the One Pacific game I'm not streaming though, because it's too hard to do. Okay, let's go on here. Do we give our tanks divisions a rest phase? I feel like we should give them a rest phase at Smolensk. Let them catch up with their supplies here. At least the ones in the south. As they are wholly not usable as a bashing unit right now. Which should be their job. So, yeah, we're gonna get this one with Smolensk as well. And give them some well-earned rest. I hope that's how it works. I'm not an expert in this game. I played one full round in single player. That's my experience. Which is decent, obviously. Like, quite a couple dozen of hours invested into it. But I'm by far no expert in Garrett Brixby War in the East. And I'm much more knowledgeable about War in the Pacific, though War in the Pacific is still the game where I feel like I still don't know what I'm doing, but that's just really part of the game. Like, I think all players of War in the Pacific have that feeling till the end that sometimes they're just like baffled by the amount of detail and by the amount of complexity in the game, and just being caught sometimes by complete shock and awe by how things go. Just also the selling point of the game to some extent, though. So we got all the way up here. Unecha, still not a rail hub. Lost level, that's a rail hub. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to build here, but I guess not too terrible to have a fortified zone here at Roslaval either. Actually, something we could do at Tallinn to make sure that the enemy doesn't take Tallinn with a naval invasion. As easily, at least. Yeah, okay, they don't attack us at Bryansk. And now the big question is what to do with our army there. They're currently still slow moving. I think we go on in the center here. I'm finally getting out of the Pribyats. Getting to Chernigov. Oh wow, only a security force once more. Hey, that's... Oh no, it's not a security force. NKVD Motor Rifle Division. That's more than just a security force. Okay. Bolts. Klimovo. Samovenka. Okay. And we push towards Kursk, I guess. Oh. Could actually potentially see combat here. Okay. Oh. Actual opposition. Not so much here. Oh. Okay, that didn't go so well for our opponent. Question is, do we give our tanks some rest here as well? And then push on next turn. If our units at relatively full strength again. Makes sense to cross the river here. Actually, no. As they seem rather stressed out at the moment. The opposition is getting stronger here. It's better, I think, to set up for one big strike. With our tank divisions being in somewhat good shape. Enemy also has decent fortifications around here now. These armored formations up here are also not in any kind of shape to attack through this. It's also raining. Like, the infantry divisions are what's still strong. Oh no, this tank, the 4th Panzer, is actually relatively fit again. I mean, if we could give 18th and 17th and... yeah, 18th and 17th Panzer and this 10th Panzer a bit of rest, guess that wouldn't be too bad. I think we strike this one, but we leave it at that. Just to free the area around Bryansk. You obviously can't move in there. To allow for a bit more movement next turn. How much attack value do we have around here? 145. Okay, we go on secure mode. Okay, that looks good. That looks really good. Nice. 36 is a 6,000. 39,000 men surrendered here. And we have Kiev. That's good. So yeah, wanted 50,000 men this turn. Already beaten. The fall of Kiev should give us a solid new supply hub later on. And obviously it's a major junction for all kind of rail. And well, these divisions up here already free the road a bit further for the other units coming up. Could have added you to some of these cores before. Okay. Oh. Hello there. Nah, we don't strike here yet. Most likely means that he will be able to disengage there, but fine with that. Okay. Ah, I see what. Yeah, and now I know why we lost so many men. The Slovakian corps got dissolved. The Slovakian corps got dissolved. It all makes sense now. Need to build rail around Korsun. Kamanyanka. Smela, another railway junction. Soon another railway. Guess Cherkasy to some extent. Potentially build up to, yeah, Cherkasy. Could have potentially built up one to Cherkasy then. Kiev most likely is heavily destroyed. Yes, that will take a while. We absolutely should attach some construction formations from Army Group South here. We can already continue with real construction of our Romanian forces down here. Yeah, rail here is in a dire need for repair. Like the south is the worst part for sure by now. North we have a good couple of good rail setups here. But south is interesting. Uh, okay. Okay. Yeah, we kind of leave that be there. It might have been a bit of an overkill at Kiev. But I wanted to make sure that we take it without any heavy casualties. Mm-hmm. In the meantime, everything here moves. They have really nothing standing around in front of us here. Everything is just running away. This supply situation for this division got a good bit better. But there's still a lot of things that are damaged. Okay. So we have a new front line here. Poltava. Huh. I think we have you for your first attack. Instantly. I'm in here. Nice. That 6 Panther division did well. Check around here what's going on. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. Like, where is his line and how strong is his line? His line seems rather weak. The goal would be to strike around the Prophet-Trosk, potentially. We kind of need to rail. And at least ignore Zaporozhye. And try to strike towards Mariupol without going here. Like, thrusting through here. Slashing towards the Sea of Azov. And trying to create a pocket here. Whilst at the same time trying to cut them off here through the south. So that he is stuck at Zaporozhye. Like, that would be a pocket I would try to achieve now. Like, that's why we went east and like north of the Dnepr, that we can leave Zaporozhye on the right. Now strike. So yeah, let's try to attempt that. Oh wow, fuel and supplies are really getting rather ghastly here. You're still in range. Oh wow, you actually managed that against 16,000. Okay. The attack was closer, like number-wise not as great as I hoped it would be, but they still managed to do it. Okay, they're rather weak there. Surprisingly weak there. Kind of forces do we have for that attack? These tank forces. Headquarter. Boarding one. Can move here already. Ah. Ah, we're held. Been stronger there in that attack. Actually could attack of all, no. Okay. You break through. Yes. Good. Okay. The last attack of these guys here. Okay, we get through. And we move here to the other side. This formation. Clear with all, and then we could do the attack. That's still good enough? No. Okay. And that is not perfect, but hey, it is what it is. Move in here. They hopefully don't surround us here. Let's 3 on over here. Down to the south. Infantry division, you're assault. Oh no, you can't. Okay, then tank division, do your assault. Okay, that went rather pleasantly as well. Ah, you're a problem. I don't think we can get rid of you. Guess we just move on then. Wait. Only one? Only this one? It costs you really 20 movement points to move from one hex to another there? Because it's on the other side of the river. Okay, then we... Oh wow. Oh wow. Not even that attack is possible. Okay, you move in there nonetheless. Stay up there. And you move on there. Oh wait, what? That was a headquarter unit. That was rather stupid. Not what I wanted. But we can't get you out of there. So you gotta be where you are. This can move here. Only brigade. But this infantry division has to move up. Okay, this is a battle-wise rather chilled turn. You can see we getting into a phase of the war where that might be more common now. So it should still be somewhat action-packed for the next... Like, it's still a race. First break in the race, though. Good. Completely smashed. Completely smashed. Nearly 200,000 casualties this turn. This will be interesting. Wait, what is the best division here? This is the best division. Oh, you need to get away. Division needs to go here. Ah. To move up. You need to move up. Okay. Okay. We get there. Even though we took more losses on the first assault than they did. But they give us the town. Now the next move will be interesting as well, though. Okay. We get Kherson, but the next hex is looking just as problematic. If not even more problematic, because it's once over the Dnepr. Okay. Orshilokrat. How's it looking down here? They don't have any... Our supply situation on the other side would be terrible as well. But they don't have anything protect themselves, to get themselves out if we pocket them here. So we have to be somewhat careful if we, even if we move through the swamps here. Okay. We move on here. You move all up there. We already have 3 divisions in there, right? Yes. Okay. And you move there as well. Our Italian friends move all up there as well. Together with their commander. Who's directly under OKH. We put you under the Third Romanian army. I guess you can't be replaced by many pupil Mesa. Oh, we don't have 23. Oh. Happens. Yeah. This might be it already. Motorized core moves up. I think this is it for turn in the war in the east. For turn number 9. Don't really want to take an attack here. Don't really want to take an attack here. Well, this one is frustrating. We take that one. Just so that he also might not have the intel he wants on us without moving in there again. We don't have as much contact with the front line. I doubt our intel here is right. I feel like this might be more than that power. Also, it's not in the right direction. We need to strike east here. Obviously, every turn we give them to entrench is a bad turn, but I feel like kind of need this turn to rest. Okay, this one is fine. Ooh. Yeah, the motorized division can move around here again. That one didn't see much rest. This stuff here works out. Yeah, we still had a successful turn. We took Kiev. We are pushing towards Dnepropetrovsk. On a nice pace. Zaporozhye inside. We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we are still a good amount of hexes away from Mariupol. Like, obviously, the perfect jump would be around Stalino towards Taganrog, but that would be overstretching our supply line. Like, I think here towards Mariupol, like behind Dnepropetrovsk or through Dnepropetrovsk to Mariupol, I think is the most realistic kind of setup for an offensive down here. And then hopefully create a pocket down here. But yeah, won't be easy. That's not what we're here for. Easy is not this part of this game. Not now. Double check. No new divisions on the battlefield. Next turn we get the units that we got out of the reserve onto the battlefield, and then we got the blue division. Will come in at Warsaw. We currently only have Oberkommando Luftwaffe around Berlin. We don't have anything either. And this is just rail repair, rail repair, rail repair, rail repair. Supply hub wise, we already did our job as well. So yeah, we're just gonna end the turn here then. And send it over to Nick the Trojan. Hey! Stalin's pet. Cheers. Cheers, 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 cheers. With that said, it's time for Wano. Yeah, Thanks for keeping me hydrated while testing. Yeah, this is turn number 9. Gonna be back with turn number 10, most likely tomorrow. We're gonna see how fast he is. And yeah, let's see how fast our opponent is. As I said, we're still learning, but it's going well. It's going decently well.